What's going on, y'all? Welcome back once again to the Pound for Pound Boxing channel. I'm your boy, Mac. And today, we will be discussing the return of a living legend. Some may even say one of the greatest heavyweight boxers of all time. And of course, I am talking about Iron Mike Tyson, as he will be taking on the problem child Jake Paul live on November 15th at AT&T Stadium, live on Netflix. As usual, I will be handing this over to my co-host. Now, let's talk boxing.
Welcome back to the Pound for Pound Boxing channel. My name's Eric.
And I'm Alex.
And today we will be talking about a fight that not many believe will be a fair fight. Of course, I am talking about 58-year-old retired Mike Tyson coming back in the ring to fight a 27-year-old Jake Paul. Of course, many people think he is just a YouTuber, but nowadays we really got to consider if this is a safe fight for Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I agree. I think this fight's a little bit too much of an uphill battle for a 58-year-old man. You know, unfortunately, Mike Tyson was just given a lot of money just to come back from retirement and take another, in my opinion, loss to Jake Paul. I feel like Jake Paul's obviously, this was a cherry-picked fight for him. What do you think?
I wouldn't say it's a cherry-picked fight because regardless, it is Mike Tyson. He is a legend. But it definitely is, like you said, an uphill battle, When I look at Mike Tyson, I think of, old retired legend, a guy that was one of the best heavyweights there's ever been.
But 30 years ago or 20 years ago.
Exactly. So when you think about it now, is Mike Tyson the same fighter? Of course not. Now, of course, he's going to have some muscle memory. When he fought Roy Jones Jr. in 2020, which was 4 years ago, he looked decent.
He looked decent.
He looked like he still had some skills. But, the same animal wasn't in there. The same speed, the timing, especially the timing, is not there when you sit out for 20, 30 years plus and your body grows in age and everything. So, to be honest, of course, it's not the same Mike Tyson. And on the other side, we got this young novice, of course, Jake Paul. A lot of people don't like to say he's a boxer. And honestly, I wouldn't say he's a good boxer. And he's more hungry than a lot of people around his age because to him, this is all new. In Jake Paul's mind, he's 16 years old trying to get a title fight. He's barely going through the steps of learning.
And I'm pretty sure that Jake Paul doesn't see him as a 58-year-old man. He sees him as Iron Mike Tyson. So when the fight gets closer, we're going to see more of a psychotic, in my opinion, psychotic type of Mike Tyson, the ones that we saw in the early 2000s, mid-90s, where he's going to be out of control. And I feel like that actually might play a factor into the fight. Once the bell rings, Jake Paul is going to be a little bit, freaked out. I'm in the ring with Mike Tyson. Not many people could say that.
But the thing is, you got to remember, Mike Tyson's 58 years old. To be honest, I don't think he has that same animal. Now, he could act all he wants, but you could tell Mike Tyson isn't the same. When they were in the press conference and Jake Paul was talking his trash, making fun of Mike Tyson, saying he's going to retire him, send him to a hospital, back then Mike Tyson would have snapped. He would have instantly thrown a punch. Now he's a lot more mellow. It kind of reminds me of Deontay Wilder, how back then he had that killer mentality, and now he's just a little more relaxed, more of a chill dude, more of a family man. And that's what reminds me of Mike Tyson. Of course, he could post these 15-second videos of him going off on the pads and him dropping sparring partners. But in reality, guys, how can we be fooled? He's an old guy. Even if he was one of the greatest fighters, Father Time is better than any boxer out there.
But regardless, muscle memory does play a factor. And not all fighters, I understand this is Mike Tyson and we're used to him being, psychotic, but not all fighters are violent like that. Look at an old fighter from the 60s, Floyd Patterson, insecure guy, didn't really talk much, and he was a killer just like Mike Tyson was. So, I don't know. I feel like Mike Tyson, he doesn't need to be in the kill instinct. We're talking about the legend Mike Tyson, that he has the knockout power.
The legend, exactly, was past tense, legend. The thing is I would have agreed with you if this was 30 years ago. We all know Mike Tyson would have decapitated Jake Paul in the first round if he was actually in his prime.
Yep.
But again, this guy's almost 60 years old. They are trying to go in favor to Tyson and giving him 8 rounds of 2 minutes with 1 minute breaks instead of 30 seconds. And they are trying to help Mike Tyson. But regardless, it's hard for a 20-year-old guy that goes to the boxing gym every day to go 8 rounds of 2 minutes. Now imagine a guy that's almost 60. You know what I mean? He might start off good. I think he definitely will start off good and, he'll put pressure on Jake Paul. But at the end of the day, you're going to realize that Father Time is going to catch up to him. And you'll see this within the middle rounds, how he's going to start losing gas. And during that time, I think Jake Paul is going to start capitalizing, maybe clinching him, hitting him on the inside. Jake Paul doesn't want to fight. Jake Paul just wants to win. And I think if Jake Paul wants to win, that's how he's going to do it.
We'll see. Like I said, I think Jake Paul doesn't even move as nearly as good as a 50 or 60-year-old Roy Jones Jr. He's nowhere near that level. His footwork is nothing like his.
I mean, yeah, that's one thing, you know. Having the foot movement, having technique, Jake Paul is not in favor of. Obviously, Mike Tyson has all that. But the one thing Jake Paul has is youth, conditioning, strength.
Yeah.
He's in his physical peak of a man and in body. You know what I mean?
28.
27, 28, whatever age he is. That's the physical peak that you're going to be, especially since he's been working out. He's already had some experience fighting these old retired MMA fighters. That's some experience. So, of course, I don't think the technique is going to go on the side of Jake Paul. But everything else, the conditioning, the power, the speed, it has to play a factor. And like I said, it's unfortunate. I'm rooting for Mike Tyson, who doesn't want Iron Mike to win. But at the end of the day, I'm being realistic. Jake Paul has the youth on his side. And honestly, that just to me is going to be what wins the fight.
I agree, and I feel like just Jake Paul's youth, his his dedication to the sport has brought him a long way, But I feel like he's not going to be nearly as tactical as Mike, but he will survive the early rounds, in my opinion. I think that he will survive and more than likely get a TKO in the 7th or 6th round.
My final prediction would be that I don't think Jake Paul is going to want to knock out Mike Tyson. I think Mike Tyson is going to do really good in the beginning. I think we're going to see him going down to the body and throwing that vicious uppercut with the left hook followed up with it. And I think he's going to have some good punches and he's going to give the crowd what they want to see. But once we start heading into the middle rounds, especially 6 on, I think we're going to see the reality of it. We're going to see Jake Paul making getting a bigger gap. He's going to be landing a lot of more shots. He's going to be the one with the more, he's going to be the one that engages more and he's going to have more conditioning on his side. But I don't think if Jake Paul knows he's hurting Mike Tyson, I don't think he's going to want to knock Mike Tyson out. I think he's probably just going to hit him enough to where it's clear that he's winning. I really doubt Jake Paul would want that publicity because it seems like to me that Jake Paul was playing heel, but now he really wants to transition into an anti-hero where he has some people that hate him, but then he gains fans. If he shows that respect to Mike Tyson where he doesn't knock him out and people could clearly tell he was taking it easy, he's going to gain that much more fans. So let us know what you guys think. Are you guys excited for this gimmick fight, or do you guys think this is going to be a fire fight? And let me know who you guys got down below. Thank you guys once again. My name's Eric.
And I'm Alex.
And I'm your boy, Mac. Thank you guys once again for tuning into the Pound for Pound Boxing channel. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and drop down your predictions on who will win between Iron Mike Tyson or the problem child Jake Paul. And we're out.